Hi, I'm Chance. I don't normally do reviews. I'm not a music reviewer, but I got really motivated to do it today when I watched this ridiculous review by Christian Doyle. Not that I don't feel like I'm qualified to review bands. I guess anybody can, but if you're gonna review a band or you're gonna review an album, you should probably know what you're talking about. His main thing that he was saying was that the choruses weren't catchy enough, and it's like, what music do you listen to, man? If that's your main concern, is if it's not dumbed down enough for you to like jump up and down and sing along, then I don't know, listen to the Backstreet Boys then. Sum 41 is one of the most like musically talented bands, I think, personally, that are out there. I know that there's a lot of technical guitar playing like bands that exist that are like amazing, but for what Sum 41 is, the young kids that how they started out, it's amazing what they can do. You can't sing along to the chorus and you're gonna whine about that, then listen to Blink-182 then. Let's talk about Blink-182 for a second. They were notorious for being their big pop punk, and then they experimented and they tried to grow and they went in different directions and it didn't really work out for them, so they went back to what the kids want, and that is catchy music that you can just sing along to, and that's fine then if that's what you know. But like Sum 41 has said, like in their song, they're like maiden and priest were the gods that we praised. These guys are fucking metalheads, man. They rock. If you consider Sum 41 a pop band, then you're wrong. One thing that I love about Sum 41 and their albums is they kind of tell a story. Is it going to be weird if I put on sunglasses because I don't like the way that my eyes look? I'm old, too. I'm not trying to look cool. I just don't like the way that my eyes look. I'm old. Sum 41, they tell stories. Underclass Hero was super depressing, and I don't really like listening to it that much just because it puts me in like that somber kind of emo mood. One thing that this guy didn't even mention in his review was like how talented their guitars are. Like, they have 3 guitar players now, and I think that that's awesome. A lot of people are like, ooh, that's stupid, but it's like, no, dude. They're gonna play their amazing, like, solos now. They got Dave back in the band. These dual solos, There's one song that sounded almost Avenged Sevenfold-y, which I'm not a big fan, but if you're a guitar player, and if you appreciate good guitar playing, then you have to like Sum 41, dude. First listened to Blink's new album, I was just so disappointed. I love Matt Skiba a lot, like just as a person, really. Just he's such a cool guy. But it was just so disappointing when I heard that they just went back to what is safe. I feel like they played it safe. And I don't think that like Sum 41 like plays it safe, and they don't care if their choruses are super catchy or if it's gonna be played all over the radio and they're gonna make millions of dollars. They want to make fucking rock music, dude, and that's what they did. And I'm not gonna say that all the songs are perfect or anything. I'm not a music critic, but this music definitely will put you in a mood. And a lot of it does sound like motivational speeches or whatever, but sometimes maybe that's what we need, rather than crying about how your dad left or that your girlfriend dumped you, but music about like, you can do this, dude, be strong and be a good person and like make changes. That's a message that everybody should hear. It's a perfect theme for this album. We all know what Derek went through and everything, and we are all probably expecting a lot of the songs to have these kind of lyrics. But the way that he writes and the way that he puts his feelings into words is awesome to me. Bands will reach a point where they want to grow and they want to change, and they're not going to be like the same boring band doing the same albums all the time. And I feel like Sum 41 is like one of the only bands that went in the right direction. This is exactly what they needed to do, is just rock, because they have the talent, they have the guitar playing talent, they have the songwriting talent. They're doing it right. It's inspiring. And what's wrong with some inspirational music? I think that we could all use a little bit of that sometimes and not be such emo little babies. I think the world will be a little bit of a better place if we all have a better attitude about success. If we all care a little bit more about being the people that we want to be. My wife gave me that tattoo. But going back to what this dude was talking about, just calling Sum 41 a pop band, I just want to punch you, dude. What world do you live in? They had, their first couple of albums was pop punk and everything. I just have so much respect for this band, and I got like pretty pissed when I just heard this review. Not just because it was negative. You can dislike the album all you want, but to call them pop and to complain that their lyrics aren't catchy enough, then you don't have any room to write a review about an album. If that's what music is to you, is make the song, you know, simple and basic with a catchy chorus that I can sing along to, because that's not what music's about, man. It's a good album. I love it. I'm really happy. It was refreshing to hear after how bad Blink's album was. And NoFX came out with a new album as well, the same day. And they're my all-time favorite band. All-time favorite band. But I gotta tell you, Sum 41's album kicks their album's ass. They even wrote in their book that they hang out with Sum 41. I didn't know that. It's a fun fact. Fat Mike was telling a story about how he was partying with the guys from Sum 41, and I was like, hey, that's cool. If you don't like the direction that Sum 41 went in, and you don't like heavier music, then don't complain. Just don't listen to it. Go get your Simple Plan albums and your Yellow Card albums, and don't complain that Sum 41 isn't poppy enough for you, because they're not a fucking pop band, dude. They're a fucking rock band. Anyways, this was not a good review. Like I said, I'm not a reviewer. I'm just winging this. I didn't prepare for this in any kind of way. After watching that review, I really felt obligated to say something about, like, a lot of you guys out there that are reviewing music, and I don't know, it's your thing, it's fun to do. If you consider that like your career, you should probably find a new one. I cut hair. Watch some of my videos. I cut hair. That's what I do. I should probably wrap this up. I appreciate you if you watch this. I'm sorry that it wasn't an actual review. It was more of just a rant. I personally am proud of my boys, Sum 41, for fucking just putting out what they want to put out, singing about what they want to sing about, and just being talented as fuck, because that's what they are. Those guys can shred, dude. I think that's all that I really wanted to say, I hope. And when you stop caring about getting fucked up, and you start caring about your craft, that's when you're gonna really take off. And I see good things in the future for Sum 41. If they keep it up. I don't know, what do I know? Or if you like my video in any way, check out my haircutting videos. If you want to see my handsome face a little bit more.